Hello and welcome to Naija's Geeking Out podcast. This is episode 204, not 240, like some people are thinking here because they traveled and they won't let the rest of us hear word. But it's good. Red, how are you doing?
I'm fine. It's amusing seeing Gulliver talking to Gulliver. You just got back, didn't you? You're calling somebody. Oh, Ajala talking to Gulliver here.
Exactly. Yes,
I'm good.
I prefer that reference. Yes.
Yeah.
For those who know.
Yeah.
For those who know, they know. Dakwa, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm actually in a good mood today. Yes, I'm good.
You're in a good mood? Why?
Yeah.
Care to share?
Time
No, I was introduced to a certain level of luxury in certain items I was not aware existed. So it's nice to know that there are nice things in this world if you have the money for it. One day I shall be among that elite crowd.
Okay. Okay. I'm just going to ignore that. For our listeners, for some context, these people here have been low-key bragging about what they have and how poor they are relative to some. So it's like,
So you want to
is that
rephrase?
some
You want to
disgusting
rephrase
levels
that?
of talk? But yeah, it's okay.
Low-key, no, you want to rephrase that. We're low-key commiserating about what we don't have.
You see, for listeners, when you see rich people talking about, oh, I wish I could buy this yacht.
Right. So
This yacht is bigger than my yacht because it's whiter.
So listeners, the person talking about calling other people rich, when they're looking at the yardstick of gross income compared to the world, I hope you realize that you are falling in the rich bracket, Mr. Amsterdam, Mr. living in the center of Amsterdam, living his own life of Riley, no children,
Can we talk
no
about
children,
comics book? Yeah, let's talk about comics.
disposable income, traveling from Deutschland to Namibia to Nigeria to South Africa. Anyhow, some of our children we are in debt.
You haven't heard the phrase. I was rich when I had kids.
Kex, how are you doing, Karen?
I'm fine. You see what you have started now. You see what you have
I don't want to go from there.
Today we have a pack today. We have a pack today, guys. Okay.
Yes, we have a very packed episode. Some quick news. Joker 2 fell by 80%, but yeah, that's expected. Moving on.
Can somebody tell me? I know there's some mathematicians in this house. What is 80% of 0? Just out of interest.
Yeah. So it's about to be one of the biggest losses this year WB has taken in years. So yeah. But
right.
Moving on.
Okay.
We got some feedback from our last episode.
Yeah, so I want to move on, but okay. I want to start with the feedback you mentioned.
Yeah.
I want to talk about people who actually like Joker.
Oh, okay.
So there's been I had this all teed up. Let's go. So there's been a lot of here we go. So there's a few people on our Facebook pages who are showing. Well, I say few people. There's 3 people who are showing a lot of, but they're very adamant in the defense of the show, and
they like the movie.
David Sims loves it. David Sims is a friend of mine. He's an Arsenal fan. Okay. He's popularly known as Score Guy. He's always on Arsenal TV. He looks like a Father Christmas, and he's always sharing a score. He loves it. He absolutely loves it. He's been raving about
this
it.
Joker 2 movie.
Joker 2.
Okay,
Julian Camacho. I don't know if you guys. He's from
He's an artist, right? Is that the guy that he draws?
He's a what?
He's an artist. He draws stuff. Is that the guy or Julian Camacho?
I'm not sure. Is he an artist?
Maybe not. I'm not. Maybe I'm.
I don't know him as an artist.
I know him. Yeah, he's on the meltdown. Yeah.
So yeah, he's very positive about it, and he's actually defending it very strongly. Going. There's a guy called Jay Marchett who's obviously against it, and he's told, So it's nice to see that there are people who actually like it.
Okay. I would like to have a discussion.
Strongly, yes.
Yeah, I would like to have a discussion with these people, not even an argument, just to understand their own point of view.
Bring them on.
Yeah.
I think
it would be nice to discuss it. Yeah,
and I think if we move on to YouTube, there's a feedback. I always hate when the feedback starts with phrases like Tunde 100%
Tunde is right.
hit it on nail on the head. These
Oh,
kind of
what
statements,
did the feedback start with? Tunde what?
you know,
Tunde is right.
Tunde 100% hit the nail on the head. I mean, straight
Mhm.
away, I've got my belly for these comments, but you know, I will continue.
Can you delete comments?
Okay. So basically, he was agreeing with Tunde as to what he believed Todd's intention for making this movie was. You know, he said it was he thinks it's likely it was a response to people that were starting to see Joker as some sort of symbol.
In real life.
Yes. I mean, Tunde was kind of espousing this as well. I'm not going to repeat our argument last week.
Okay.
This is some support. So Tunde has some support anyway from and Timidire is a long-term listener of our podcast. So you know, I have to listen to what he says.
No, I respect dissenting view, as in because I actually like when people hate what we like or like what we hate. So that's good. Interesting.
Yeah.
Now the next part of his comment is one that I'm fully behind on his behalf. Next part of his comment, it's like quite a long comment. He says, "I've noticed a trend with you guys, and personally, I will remove that word 'you guys' and I will call out some people's names if I were him. But you know, where you're going to show similar to Agatha all along, most which have been female led."
Okay.
Okay. With some preconceived notions, and you bash it unfairly. So basically, he's saying certain shows we are not being very fair to them.
Okay.
Agatha has not been close to being as bad as you all have painted it. Agreed. Co-signed. 100% co-signed. It is also nowhere near greater. Well, let's ignore that part. It's just an okay show. Let's ignore that part. Right. Now, the last bit of his comments is about Penguin. I don't agree with Penguin being a 10 over 10 show, like Tunde said. I think he meant Tunde. He said Tunde said. It's not even close. With the first 2 episodes, it was a 7.5 at best. But like that was said,
wow.
7.5. It's not bad.
No. The first episode.
That's a 3 point. That's a 3 point.
I give it 4, which is an 8. So to me, 7.5 is not far off from an 8. So for the first episode,
that's a 7. That's a 3.75.
He said, but like that was said, episode 3 is easily the best, and the first 9 over 10 for him.
9.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair.
Yeah. And you know what? This is why when people start saying 10 over 10 very easily, I want to see what you shout today on today's episode. When you've already been dashing 10 over 10 to people for.
And we'll say 10 over 10 again.
Shows.
It's not hard.
Yeah. So then your 10 over 10 is just so broad. But okay.
Yes, we'll talk about that when we get to Penguin. Yeah.
So can we address his comments on the bias? Let's exonerate Dakpo here. Dakpo is on record as supporting She-Hulk.
I need to.
WandaVision. No, so like
let's call cakes. Let's just call cakes.
Yeah.
Echo. So
he also loved Naomi.
I want to start talking about these female shows. And Red, you already started naming them. So we started.
So Dakpo is on record as being. So Dakpo is out of.
However, I do not trust that nigga's racist system at all. He is very partial to women female shows. Yes.
Sorry. I resemble that remark.
Okay,
I resemble that remark.
You resemble it, okay. I'm glad. Because so to me, we've had She-Hulk. I don't see how She-Hulk can be called a great.
It's a great show. I don't care what you say. It's a great show. To me, okay, don't let me start talking about show because I'll keep going. Carry on.
We've had She-Hulk, the show that, particularly at the end, we have the whole John Byrne fourth wall breaking thing going out. The show that gave us Scar at the end as a throwaway character.
Yep.
The show that's I just can't stand that show. We've had the movie The Marvels, which I haven't seen. has been trashed, but I haven't seen it, so let me not.
To be honest, I did not.
So-
I trashed that one as well.
No,
Yeah,
you
but-
actually asked me to go. I've asked me to go watch that film,
Yeah.
and I can't
Yeah.
bring myself to watch it.
It's not a good film. I won't say I'll never say it's a good film.
We've had the Miss Marvel, which I did not think was good. To be honest with you, I thought the depiction of
I
our
liked
powers.
it.
So I didn't mind.
Yeah,
I didn't mind.
I'm gonna bring you to
I didn't
that.
mind Miss Marvel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Red, are you sure you didn't mind Miss Marvel?
Maybe I start.
Red.
So
I didn't
Red.
like. No, which one
Red.
did I say? No, which one did I say I wasn't the target audience for?
Red, please.
Hold Red by his
Everybody
shirt.
likes the show, Red.
Hold Red by his shirt.
No.
I was
Miss
fighting a
Marvel.
lone battle for Miss
Okay,
Marvel.
so I
please,
didn't
Red.
like it.
Look,
I
I
didn't like
know
Miss
that
Marvel.
you didn't like
No.
A lone
Yes.
battle. I was in your corner for Mr. Ho.
No, that one you like some episode one. Today,
No, so I remember. No. Miss Marvel. Miss Marvel lost me when she went to space and with her family. Yeah, I didn't like it. Yeah, I remember.
So that's
And
the
the-
Oh
Marvels.
no! That's the Marvels.
That's the
That's
movie, the
the
TV show.
That's the movie.
TV show. Oh,
Yes.
oh,
So the TV show
yeah, I didn't
has
like it. No, yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah,
didn't
exactly.
like it.
Yeah.
I didn't like it. I didn't like it.
That
Yeah, I
one
didn't like. Yeah, I didn't like. I didn't like it.
Just-
I didn't like it. Yeah.
Today likes the spirit of the show or what the show was trying to do, not even necessarily
Yeah.
how it did it in some
Tunde is esoteric. He likes the spirit of things, like the Joker. He likes what we're trying to do with it.
Yeah.
We've had Echo this year. Was it January this year? I mean,
That
I
is
don't
genuinely
see.
bad.
Yeah.
No redeeming qualities.
Yeah, I did not like that at all.
So
I won't lie.
I never
Agatha-
commented on Echo because I couldn't even finish watching it.
Yeah.
and I stood
So-
for Echo before we started. And now we have Agatha as well. A show which now it's not bad by itself. But every time I watch Agatha, what pisses me off is if this show was on FX or something else, or Stars, I would give it I'm just watching a show, But because it's part of the MCU tapestry or framework, I just don't know where it fits in. Like I said, I think a few weeks back, that is this what Tony died for? It's irritating to me. It's irritating that why did they spend money 9 episodes to do 9 episodes of this shit? And you can't tell me no. I'm sorry. Whether it's made of it's wrong, it's trash. It's trash. So no, it doesn't work.
Okay. So I'm going to talk about female-led TV shows, especially in comic books in general.
Okay.
Usually, at least a modern trend we've noticed is that they usually have female writers, female showrunners in charge of these particular shows. And they are writing it, yes. And the way the story is crafted, it doesn't follow the same. It's not logic I would use. It doesn't appeal to the same sensibilities as a male show in terms of plotting.
Thank you. That's a good one.
It's not very straightforward. The twists and turns are not like that. It has some elements of emotions where feelings are involved and things like that. So something like the TV show Marvels, it appeals to that high school. You need to love this particular girl.
Yeah, but
That was
two guys. That was two guys.
So are you saying?
No. The show right? No.
Are you saying we have
show
some blind
for
spots
Marvels-
that will expose our implicit biases?
Miss Marvel?
Not Miss Marvel. Miss Marvel, yeah, not the Marvels.
The movie. Sorry.
Not
yeah,
the
yeah,
TV show, the TV show.
Okay.
No,
I'm
it's a
talking about the
movie
TV show now.
So you're talking about Miss Marvel.
Miss Marvel, yes.
It was done by
Yeah.
two guys.
Then She-Hulk, and now Agatha. These shows are trying to do something that do not appeal to us. At least do not appeal to me.
No,
Agatha,
Agatha.
She-Hulk,
No, I
yeah.
don't agree with Agatha. I want Agatha to be more serious. I don't this
Yeah,
comedy.
that's the thing. That's what I'm
This
saying now.
comedy.
You want it
Wizard
to
of
right.
Oz, follow the yellow brick road nonsense.
Yeah.
No.
No, that's my point. You want it to be more serious because that's the kind of show that appeals to you. They are making it for people who enjoy this.
No. It's not just because there's a history. I know Agatha from the comics. I know what she's up to. So you giving me something different. I'm not picking Agatha as a newbie who doesn't know what she's capable of.
See, okay.
You are making the points. You are making the exact points I'm trying to make here.
Yeah,
Like, this is what
you
want.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that the way the show is being written is not written for to appeal to that kind of
Yeah. So
storytelling.
here's my issue with Agatha.
Yeah.
I mean, as much as I like it, I
Yeah.
do think I think there's one big misstep that's making
Yeah.
me think that this is why it's not achieving what I call greatness, and that is they've looked at WandaVision
Yeah.
and I was rolling it, and the part they're now focusing on is the quirkiness part rather than
Exactly.
And why I was good in WandaVision was, to me, it was balanced with the serious part of her.
And that was part of the whole tone of that, because
when we think back to WandaVision,
yeah,
what do people, not us here, the general audience, what they loved about WandaVision was that quirkiness. What they loved about WandaVision was those first 3 episodes where it was different. People loved those. We don't like it.
No.
They won. They got a lot of praises for that.
People were intrigued.
Yeah.
But those episodes they were quirky on a high level, but there was a depth in it. Like, what's going on? That depth is
missing.
Absent.
Exactly. See, what I'm saying is that people saw WandaVision.
Yeah.
They loved the quirkiness of WandaVision of the first 3 episodes. Then the showrunners saw that and said, people are really responding positively well to this. Let's do more of this. It's typical sequelitis, where you pick the one thing people like and you overshadow everything else. You now lean heavily in that kind of storytelling.
Go ahead.
What I'm saying, that someone that is coming into a show like Agatha, really liking the quirkiness, would be fascinated by, they're in a new house where they're dressing as the 80s. 80s characters. I love this bit. I love this thing. So those kind of things that irritate us when we are watching, because move on, we want to get to the plot of the story on time, are the things that for a certain crowd of people, that's what they liked about it. I think we had a similar reaction to Loki as well.
That's where I was going now, because now I was going to say, because when people criticize and say you hate this because they're women and stuff, I try not to be defensive, and I kind of like said that supports it. But I believe I was very harsh on Loki.
We all were.
Yes.
I don't think anybody here liked Loki.
But people like it. We were very, very harsh on Secret Wars. We called it.
Yes.
So
and to us, the reason why we did like Loki is almost the same reason
we don't like the women. Exactly. So that's what I'm driving at here now. That Loki and these women-led TV shows that we don't like, they all have something they are doing that it's appealing to a certain audience and allows them to ignore the flaws of the greater show. And they enjoy that.
We recognize that the wider audience like it.
Can I
Loki quite popular.
Can I add no context to this?
Yeah.
I think if somebody's continuing from something that we think is this level serious, and which is like low-key kind of, I think we get more upset than if there's a series that just comes out by itself with its own tone.
Especially when it's a known entity to us.
Yeah. But if something's brand new, it's not really continuing. So like your Miss Marvel, we go, okay, this is a team thing. It's not like a continuation of something that's serious, and then it's now this is a brand new team aimed at show. Okay, wait. Almost the same way I enjoy She-Hulk. That She-Hulk for me was this show this is all about this whole fourth wall breaking.
Question. Would you have liked She-Hulk if it's not a Marvel show?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, absolutely.
You would have liked it.
Absolutely. I like those Ally McBeal type shows. Those Boston Legos. I like them.
So I probably wouldn't have.
You probably would have liked that.
I think part of what, to be honest, to be completely frank, I think part of what upset me with She-Hulk was the Tatiana lead, the not Tatiana, the Titania. The casting and her being like social media, it really, I was like, that was not the way to go, in my opinion.
I think there's an important thing here in the TV shows. As much as I liked some of those TV shows a lot, I think overall, as a whole thing, they are a bigger contributor in my mind to the perceived drop in quality of the MCU as a whole.
Yeah,
because for a lot of time, that was what was plugging the gaps between movies.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, of
so
course,
yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, and you come out with something like Echo, which
No, Echo is you can't defend. I don't think anybody can defend. There are
there's
some
no
shows
defense.
MCU has made that there's no defense for it.
There's no
Echo is
defense.
one of those.
It's the first in this
Echoes,
whole show lights, MCU show lights, or whatever the gritty ones that they wanted to start releasing, and it just like they almost want us to forget that they did that show.
Yeah. Okay. And just to point out a point that sometimes, even when they're doing what we think we want them to do, at the serious time, if it's still bad, if it's still done wrong,
it's still bad.
We're still not going to like it. Yeah, we're not going to say, because it's the tone we wanted, we're just going to like it for that tone.
And honestly, we are halfway waiting for Daredevil with that same eye. Like, if it's bad, it's bad. If it's bad, it's bad.
Actually, the way my expectations for Daredevil is rock bottom right now, it's like,
I'm even ready to pre-vex. But yeah, I see your point. But I just genuinely think that some of these shows have been done poorly, regardless of gender. Same with Secret Invasion was just trash. Loki season 1.
No, Secret Invasion is trash.
Hawkeye,
Loki,
trash.
Hawkeye is good. Hawkeye is. I won't say. Here's the thing.
No,
I won't
trash
call
is
Hawkeye.
strong. Trash is strong, but I think Hawkeye was.
We had a problem with the Prodigy aspect.
The project, trash is strong actually. To be fair,
Trash is, like some of this shows, like
the should I say the demystification of what's that guy's name? Kingpin.
That's my biggest issue.
That's
my yes. Yeah. The moment Kate was beating up Kingpin in that place.
Exactly.
But for me, there are some shows that once the tone is off, we find it harder to forgive,
to get back on track.
Exactly. So for like, if you remember Falcon and the Winter Soldier, there are some beats that are off there midway, but we were still able to follow through. We're a bit more forgiving because there were some really strong moments there. We're a lot more forgiving. We're a lot more forgiving for that show.
Okay.
So
we've never been forgiving now.
But I know I'm not.
But I'm saying that if we, at least for me personally, if I like a tone, I find it easier, or I like the theme or something, I find it easier to forgive. But if I don't like the tone, I'm going to be a lot harsher on it. Yeah, because like Agatha is a struggle to watch.
Likewise.
So just one last comment of the day from Facebook. Anita Oki. She goes. She has a little hope for Venom. She says she saw Hellboy.
Why are you laughing?
She saw Hellboy. And her comment was, "I think all the budget went into the spider." I thought that was quite funny, actually. Oh right. Okay. Sorry.
I respect people that have hope for Venom. I really respect them.
When does Venom drop again?
Next week. Oh no, 2 weeks time.
I don't next
25th or something. It's the 25th of this month.
Oh, 2 weeks then.
Yeah,
do we want to predict? Do we want to predict?
What are we predicting here?
Okay.
Box office.
Low. I'm predicting low.
What is low?
Okay, can somebody remind me what
let's do it above the line. Let's do 500 as a what?
No, below
that's
500.
too high a line.
Below
500. No,
I 2 made 500 actually.
Okay, so I'm giving this one 2050 maximum. No, sorry. I'm being Okay, no 300 maximum.
You think Tom Hardy brings anything to the table again? Just his name.
He has crowd.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And that 300 will be his crowd. And that has like us.
I'm gonna sit this prediction out. I think 280.
Thinking hard. Kent is thinking too hard here for my liking.
I want it to do well, but also it's so
why? What? So can I ask why you wanted to do well?
I like Tom Hardy.
I think I like Tom Hardy.
Okay.
So you're Tom Hardy. You're part of the Tom Hardy crew.
Let me ask you this question. You like Tom Hardy, right?
I do.
Do you think these films, forget Tom Hardy, do they deserve to be continued?
They are beyond time wasters.
Beyond part 3.
Well, if this part 2 does well, that means you're asking for more. That's the way I look at it.
Let's just say
conclusion.
Now. The last dance is literally what they are calling it. So I'm hoping that but to answer your question, I genuinely think that there is room in the comic book ecosystem for all these outside MCU projects. I think there's room for
And
You know what?
it's
You know
not it's not
I will agree.
expensive.
I will
Yeah,
agree.
they are time
I will
wasters, and
agree.
it's fun to
Yeah.
watch. Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
yeah.
I agree.
Sometimes you want to watch something that doesn't need you to know what happened 4 movies ago.
Yeah, true.
So,
Yeah.
True,
Yeah.
okay.
true, true.
Okay, I'll give it 450.
Okay.
450, okay.
450.
So and the budget is 110. That's
110. Like
very
it,
low. That's a
if we
joke.
can get yeah,
That's a
if we
joke.
can be getting movies of this budget, superhero movies of this budget, I'm
110,
fine.
right?
Like, yeah,
Can I revise
throwaway
my
movies.
prediction, please?
A joke.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Can I revise my prediction?
please do.
Yes.
200, please.
To make more than 200.
I said
Let's make
280.
To make more
I
than
said 280.
200.
I'm saying 200.
Okay.
Let's put it there. Wait a
Okay,
minute,
let me, as usual, I will. That was said. Red
Oh my
280.
god.
What are you saying?
I'll go for 400. 500.
Okay,
Let
so
me just
that-
give it 500. I'll be hopeful. 500.
Oh, okay. Today's good for
Yeah.
500. Thank you.
Which is
So
sorry,
yeah,
for-
Anita, to your point, we hope it does well. I think we hope it.
Yeah.
I think we hope it does well. We are very.
I don't
pessimistic.
care. Let me. I'm going to record. I don't care.
Okay.
Such,
It does well. It
such
does well.
venom, such venom
strong.
from you.
Exactly.
Red, I see you. I see you, Red.
All right.
Yeah.
I literally have this
Let's.
totally. I will go to cinema to watch this. I will go to cinema and watch it. But
Yeah.
Thank you, as usual. Thank you for your service.
and funny enough, I do think it would be a pleasant 90 minutes.
Yeah.
But I know I'll walk away not feeling
Anything. Yeah.
yeah.
IMAX regular 3D. What are you doing?
No. This is View 499. This will be View 499. This is nobody's getting 70 pounds. No.
Yeah.
£5.
It's okay. It's okay to see films like this now. It's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Kex, I want to take a step back and agree with you. Yes, not every superhero film has to be super serious, super good. Let there be the candy type of movie you just watch after a few beers and you can walk out still merry. Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Okay. Right. Thanks everyone for the feedback.
Yeah.
TV shows?
Yeah.
I'll keep
We
them
appreciate the
coming.
feedback, yeah.
Don't hold back.
Yeah. Okay, so moving on. Do you want to do comics or TV shows first?
Let's
Let's
do
do
TV shows.
Let's do TV shows.
Okay.
Shows, yeah. Go ahead, one.
TV shows.
Yes.
Agatha.
Yeah, Penguin.
Why are you breathing heavy when it comes to Superman
Superman
and
and
Lois?
And Superman and Lois. Yeah. So apparently Superman and Lois has not been cancelled yet. It's still going on for some weird reason. But thankfully, this is the final season.
Yes, it's very clear to me that this is the final season.
Yeah.
How about since you saw this, tell us why
Yes,
it's clear to you.
Say what?
Why is
Since
it clear
saw
to you?
this, you saw Superman and Lois. Tell us why you feel why it is clear to you that this is like clearly the final season.
Okay. How do I put this into words? You know when you're watching a show that it's just almost inherent in what they're doing that this seems to be the final season. You know, it has that feel about it. And
are they wrapping up storylines, or is the budget lower, or
right? So they dropped 2 episodes straight away, and
okay.
I'll summarize what these 2 episodes basically is the Death of Superman.
Got you.
Put into
The death of Superman from comic books.
Yes. So basically, where the last season ended up was Superman fighting Doomsday. That's what the fight between Superman and Doomsday started last season, and the end of last season doesn't end fight. So it continues in this film, in these 2 episodes, and the story on Earth is going on while Superman's fighting Doomsday, and they actually take the fight to the moon and back. So half these episodes, you're following the kids, the mom, as they're trying to battle against Lex Luthor, who's kind of the main villain at the moment. Meanwhile, they keep on cutting back to Superman fighting Doomsday. Cut long story short, we get Doomsday kill Superman. I'm not going to sugarcoat it.
The
kills
first
Superman.
2 episodes. In
Yes.
the first 2 episodes.
Yes.
Okay.
I've only watched 2 episodes. Kill Superman. Heart is ripped out of Superman. Like the heart of Superman is ripped out by Doomsday.
Physically ripped out.
Physically ripped out, held into his hands, and the heart is given to Lex Luthor.
Wow.
Okay.
And you have the body of Superman in the middle of Smallville, and
Heartless.
heartless. Because Doomsday brings the body back, the dead body back to the middle of Smallville, and then you have the Kent family, i.e., Lois, the kids, crying over the body in the middle of Smallville.
Wow.
And Lang, the Lang, Lana Lang. So everyone's in the street looking around, going, "Oh, I don't want to rush to kind of help Superman and this is a terrible scene." Lang shouts out in the middle of the street, "Stop! Give them space." Lois Lane is clearly a friend of Superman. Let her grieve. What the what she's trying to do is like
protect Clark's
the secret identity.
Secret identity. Yeah.
You guys are on the floor. The two of you all crying over a body of Superman. Is it not obvious that this is more than
including the kids?
Including the kids. And
there's no Clark around.
There's no Clark around. And in the middle of this same scene, Jonathan screams and zooms up into the air at super speed.
He flies away.
Yeah, at super speed. Now,
are people there?
People are there. Now, the concept is people are now walking away, or he's gone too fast. But anyway, even if you go too fast, surely you see people
or something like that. Somebody there a few seconds ago, and now he's not there.
It's a very weird scene. But they try to later on. We see one Smallville come in to say to Lucy, "Listen, I saw what I saw, and that was not just that is Kent, isn't it?" And he goes, "But I'll keep my silence." So but then to one person come and say something along those lines to them.
To them, okay?
Yeah, no. This person comes to Lana and says, "I know you told us to go away, but I'm not a fool." That wasn't a friend crying over a friend.
That wasn't a friendly grieving.
But, so we see one person come and say that. But he said, "But you know what? Someone said that so many times. I will not expose." But hang on, this was a street full of people. But
okay,
now the show's doing a lot of. There's a lot of CWisms creeping a lot more in my mind, creeping a lot more into this. Now the second episode is basically John is taking the body of Superman to the Fortress of Solitude, trying to see if there's anything. And they say that we could try, but this guy hasn't got a heart. At least we're going to need very minimum. We're going to need a heart. And Jennifer is just doing a strong-headed thing. He's not listening to anybody. He's going off to try and fight Luthor to go and get the heart back and all that stuff. And he's stupid. Luthor is clever, and you get the result. He walks into traps and gets me. And in one of those traps, Luthor beats him up. They beat him up, and then they take the heart in front of him. And he lets Luthor realize as well that he's the son of Superman. So basically, he's exposed the whole family because of his stupidness.
Okay.
And then Luthor carries the heart and squashes the heart in front of him. Superman squashes it on the floor. So this is what I thought was going to be a plot thread that maybe for the rest of the season is going to be about getting his heart.
yeah, but the heart is obviously gone now.
It's been squashed. In short, that's the 2 episodes.
Okay.
And I can see my main view is I'm watching this. I want to watch it and watch it to the end. I'm glad this is going to be over this season. I think the budget has been cut. I think I can easily see this being a struggle for me.
You can easily see this being a what?
Being a struggle for me to continue to finish.
Struggle. Okay.
That point, you're going to struggle with this show.
When did that ever stop you? That
Well,
much?
to be honest, I struggled with that. I struggled for the last season as well.
But you still finish it.
No, yeah, but I will finish this.
Yeah.
But it's like I'm now glad that this is the last season. Because I think where they're going, I think they've run out of ideas, they've run out of budget. I think even the actors, in my view, I've seen the writing on the wall and the performances are being phoned in my view. In my view.
Oh wow! How was the fight?
The opposite.
How's the fight?
They're just punching it. It's just like, to be honest, I've seen better fights in my local area. You know, boom, boom. It's they're hitting the moon. There's nothing get about the fight. No, I know one point was I'm watching like this, just saying, okay,
Yeah.
okay, oh, another punch. There's no creativity. You know, it was a slugfest.
Yeah.
Not even that exciting. So
Okay.
let's forget all about that part. Yeah.
Do we know how many episodes are supposed to be in this season? 4, 5?
I'm scared to check. I'm hoping it's a short season. And I did not check because I didn't want to read and see 22 episodes because then I'll faint.
22.
I said I don't want to see 22 episodes and then I'll
It doesn't
faint.
want to see 22 episodes.
Yeah.
It doesn't want to see 22.
I don't think I think if I remember correctly, it's always been about 10 episodes per season.
No, it was more than 10 next season too.
Oh, was it? Oh, sorry.
We got to like
By the time we were
15
reviewing, it was more
or
than
so.
15. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was long.
So yeah.
So that, well, what do you want to score? Let me quickly look up the
What do I want to rate it?
yes, rate it. Yes.
Why am I being hesitated? I'm going to
Who's
give it
Okay.
a 1.8 over 5.
1.8.
Yeah.
I think.
Okay.
Have you scored anything? You scored. What
That's
did you
one of the
score?
lowest.
on that?
By the
That's
way,
what the
this
lowest
is.
it's been.
Say again?
I was going to say that's one of the lowest he scored things. Though.
Yeah,
But
Yeah,
10
I don't know
After
his score things below.
Yeah.
But I don't want to give anybody any false hope that this is there's something great going
So
on.
you cannot recommend this for anybody to watch.
No,
basically.
not at all.
Okay.
So it's 10 episodes, and that's the fewest of any of the seasons that they've done in the past.
Yeah,
From
yeah.
that they've done.
Okay, that's fine. I can do 10 episodes of this.
Okay.
Okay.
So that 8
I
more
mean,
to
you
go.
did like 200 episodes of Flash. Of course, you can't do 10.
Moving on.
Oh god.
Yeah, so 1.5 of. I mean, what I was saying to my listeners, if you've been watching all the seasons and you just want to complete it, fair enough. If you want to
Yeah.
pick it up now, don't.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So moving on from one DC project to another DC project, should we talk about Penguin?
Yes.
Let's get rid of Agatha quickly. Penguin deserves.
No, I can just quickly, please.
Okay, let's do Penguin.
Okay, let's do Penguin then.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
So-
haven't watched the last episode.
You've
Right.
not watched this.
So I
So-
got it.
Can I say something first today before you?
Yeah.
Because I know you're the DC fanboy and you're going to go crazy.
Obviously.
So last episode, I said that was my best episode of all 3 episodes. That I felt. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed 1 and 2, and I gave it good
Yeah.
scores. But I felt 3 was stellar,
Hmm?
and I think I might have dropped the gun. Having seen episode 4,
Yeah.
it blows episode 3 out of the water. It blows. It is. I stood up. I was
And
shouting,
clap.
"This is a show! This is a show!" I called my son, said, "You have to watch the show. This is a show. This is quality." I was pumped.
Yeah.
And guess what? The main star of the show is barely in this episode.
Yeah.
It's barely in it. This is a show about Sophia. This is an episode about Sophia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was strong. I don't know whether I'm over.
No, it was traumatic to watch. That the present. So I'm caught up. I caught up and I started watching.
So do you think I'm over egging? And to be honest, I think I am over egging the pudding. But
So
I watched this about half an hour ago. So the excitement of it is still in me. So I'll
So I
probably
have
You
a
are
bone-
over egging it, but just very, very slightly.
I have a bone to pick with you guys.
Yeah.
Because these guys have been reviewing this show,
Yes.
and you refuse to mention that there was another side arc going on. The relationship between Penguin and Vic Aguila, this toxic mentor-mentee relationship.
That's all we've been talking about.
Did I miss it?
Yes.
You guys didn't explore it.
Every time.
You're supposed to chop slap for that statement.
Maybe I left the last time. Because I wasn't watching. I wasn't watching.
Okay, maybe you're tuning out.
Maybe you tuned us out. Talking about it.
That has been the bone of discussion for almost 2 of the episodes on the podcast.
That is so well
done.
So well done. That is so well done. That relationship, the way Penguin likes him, but can only teach him what he knows, which is badness. I mean, you can't teach him what you don't know, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's still, again, but you guys go ahead and review. So
I mean,
Penguin, episode 4, the story of Sofia Falcone.
Yes.
Christine Milotti deserves all the awards. She's going to get all she's going to get all the awards for this episode.
Yes.
Her acting is top class. Like if this was a movie, she's a shoe-in for Oscar winner. If this was a movie, based on her acting in this episode alone. Like it was so good that even from the beginning, when she's acting like someone being nervous to give a speech and that awkwardness, it shines through. So like you can feel the genuine awkwardness from this person, and it's not simply from Christine herself, from the character Sophia being awkward and the way her mannerisms are. It's like yes, and then it steadily builds up throughout the episode. So we pick things up from the last episode where Penguin tells her that I will show you how you can trust me. That's literally the opening line.
that lasted all of 30 seconds.
Also 30 seconds. And then it came in. And the worst part is, when last episode, we didn't see the scene. We didn't see what Penguin and Sophia were talking with the Maroney family.
Yes.
And then the Maroney was like, oh, I thought you guys were together.
Yeah.
Then I realized that Penguin didn't tell you he killed her. So she knows that Penguin killed her brother now. Like, it's clear. They told her that. So she was still...
Yes.
How did she find out?
They told her directly.
Maroni told her.
Maroni told her directly.
Maroni Machias.
Yes.
Shit.
Now, she's still reeling from that shock. And then Penguin immediately starts selling her out.
Yeah.
That, no, we're not working together. Like, I was deceiving her for your sake. I could see the shock on her face.
Did you see the look on her face?
Yes. What the fuck is going on? And like, it continues the way he's selling her out, like, oh, I did it for everything, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, you can tell how much he's, like, she could tell he's bullshitting this woman as well. With every nonsense he's saying, and all of that is happening. And then we get this scene where Vic comes in and Vic rescues her. Now, we also get a scene from her perspective where she's seeing him telling Vic to drive away because she's not far from the car at that point in time. So we see all of that as well. And then we now switch
should pick her up, and he says no.
Yeah. So she calls her family, she gets rescued, that happens. But then we now switch to
she calls
10
the
years
she
ago.
calls the
Julian
Rush.
Julian Rush.
I think it's a weak link in the acting.
It's he's not the best.
Yeah. Okay.
But the psychiatrist.
The psychiatrist. A psychiatrist. The Rush psychiatrist.
Oh, Specs.
It's not the.
I thought he was even bad in
episode
that show.
No,
that was the name of that show that we watched. That show that he was
Which
in.
one?
The Cage. Yeah, he's not okay.
Yeah. I
agree.
agree. He's the weakest link.
Yeah. And it shows because everybody here is giving like 100%. So his own weakness, like it just shows through a bit.
He's giving his 100%.
You can't give what you don't. You can't give more. You can't give
what you don't have. You can't get blood from his
He's lost in this sea of
excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. Like this is everybody here is
even the guy who's like the head psychiatrist is better than him.
by far. By
Viteri,
far.
what was it called? What they call him?
I can't
Viteri.
remember what his name was. Yeah,
Yeah.
He
By
was
far.
scary.
Yeah.
In a weird way, yes.
So going back to the episode, we jumped 10 years back to when she was the favorite daughter of her father, all of that. We see her relationship with the family, we see her awkwardness, and we learn what happened with how she became known as the Hangman.
Yeah.
And it's a very, very sad story, Kex. Like,
Oh wow.
Yeah.
so first of all, she's innocent, like
Is she a
I've been claiming
victim?
all this while.
Is she a
Sorry?
What?
victim?
Yes.
Is she a victim?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
A
And
big,
even worse,
a big
she's the
victim.
worst victim
Yes.
of this entire thing.
Yes.
So when we meet her, a reporter is coming to her that, oh, I'm investigating some series of women that have been killed.
Yeah.
They all happen to work at your father's nightclub.
Okay.
Yeah. And she like, no, we don't talk to reporters. When she finds out that she's a reporter, said, no, we don't talk to reporters. She gets into the car with Penguin. We see a bit of the relationship with Penguin. She still sees Penguin as a subordinate, and
But she
there's
was,
that
but
casual
she was having
cruelty,
flashbacks.
but
She was
there's
having
that banter,
flashbacks
that
of
fun.
but she was
Yeah.
already having flashbacks of her mom's hanging with the
Yeah. Yeah.
blood in her fingernails.
So apparently, her mom is supposed to have died of depression and hanged herself, and she found her mom when her mom was hung. Like she was one of the first people to see the mother hanging there. Yeah. And so when this reporter brings this report of, oh, there have been a series of women,
Several women,
being hanged, yeah, at your father's club, and she shows her she starts getting flashbacks of what happened to her mom.
Yeah.
And all of that. And yes, while that is happening, her father intimates that, oh, she wants her to take over, that her brother is a fuck up. That she's setting them, he's planning to set up everything
for her.
For her to take over. So now, later on, because of this flashback she's having, she goes back to meet the reporter to get more information. More details about. So the reporter shows her pictures of what happened, of the women that have been murdered. The victims. Yeah, tell her, okay, this is happening at this particular location where your father owns, and it's like they're all workers of your father. Can you help me?
Give me access,
the details
give
of
me access to files of people that work there.
Yeah, or people that work there, so that I can look into it. Blah blah blah. Yeah, and she refuses. He tells the woman to get away from her and all of that, and gets into the car with Penguin.
No, but so she refuses because at that point of them showing them in pictures, she gets a clear flashback of where she found her mom, and she realizes all the signs that were on her mom, and she remembered a memory of her mom. Even the dad had some scratches. So basically, she knows her dad killed her mom.
And that,
and her dad is the one killing these women.
And it's killing these women.
In a similar way. So she gets back into the car with Penguin.
Yes.
She snaps at Penguin that because she's visibly still upset about this thing. She snaps at Penguin and they drive off. And then the next thing we see is Penguin in a new suit at the father's birthday. She remarks, "Oh, you have a new suit. You're inside. Why are you inside the house?"
Yeah, that. Okay, can I just make a point here? The casual insults that Penguin
suffers.
In a way, I can't even blame him for how he acts towards people.
No, the casual insults, the casual threats.
Yes.
Just
he's treated like dirt.
And
when he says something that they think, okay, you're passing yourself. They bring him down verbally instantly. Yeah, okay, you're a driver. Don't ever think
even Sophie herself. 1 minute she says smoke with Penguin, and they are releasing that, oh, you are that. You deserve better, but you are a man. You can get better. I'm a woman. Like they're having that kind of relationship. The next minute she switches on him. You are my driver. Please get away. You can't be talking to me like that.
Know your place.
She saw Penguin in the house, and she said,
"What are you looking for in the house? Who allowed you? Who allowed you?"
New suit. Who allowed you into the house?
But
so no, kind of back to what.
So at that point in time, Penguin tells her, "Oh, your dad is calling you." The dad confronts her that, "Oh, Penguin obviously told me all of these things. Why are you talking with a reporter about this?" And I was like, "No, that's." It's a I didn't tell him I didn't tell her anything, blah blah blah, all of this. Then she now makes the mistake of asking the father. She now says, because I know you did it to I suspect.
No,
No, how
she
did she
said
phrase it?
Yeah,
she
she did
said
say that, no.
something like she sought confirmation. She said the signs were also on mom, but there has to be a reason, right? There's a
Reason for
reason.
that, yes.
Yeah.
The
It
reason for
wasn't.
that, right?
It's obviously not you.
Is obviously
And the
not
way she
you.
says, this is where a lot of acting is happening. Like she's not
Yeah,
saying it,
yeah,
but
yeah.
you get the father is
But
getting
Yeah.
what she's hinting at, and then you
she's
see the
looking for something.
father's reaction.
She wants
Yeah,
that to deny. She doesn't want to believe it.
yeah.
He's all the
And
signs
then
are
the dad
pointing.
goes the opposite way entirely. Like he switches up on her
Yeah.
in action and all of that. That obviously this is we are not
Diva is
well.
the most ruthless man I've ever seen anybody do with their daughter.
Yo,
Oh,
unreal.
Mark Strong. How do you
Ma-
think? How do you think he did?
Oh, wait a minute.
wonderful.
Wait a minute. It's
It's
played
Max
by
Strong
Mark
here.
Strong.
Is Mark
Yeah.
Strong?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I was,
Yes.
I was going to ask if it was John Turturro from.
No, it's Max Strong. It's
So they
Max Strong.
replaced him with
Okay.
Max
Max
Strong.
Strong.
Because if you remember, actually, talking about it now, listen to you guys rather
Yeah.
now, in the movie, he had signs of, it's not misogyny, like, what is it that, like when you hurt women, like when you like hurting women? Because I don't know if you remember that he used to hurt the girls in his club.
Yes.
Masochist, thank you. Yeah,
Yeah,
masochist
Yeah,
is like very pain, but he had those like sadistic
tendencies.
tendencies
Yeah.
in the movie too, with the girls in his club. I think he was even like at one point choking Catwoman or something like.
And I don't
so
think
Yeah.
it was also, and I don't think it was also quite all there upstairs. The way he acted, it looked like he had some disorder.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mark Strong is
Max
really
Strong or
wow.
but Max
No,
Strong in
Max
this
Yeah,
particular episode is brilliant. Like the way he switches up on that, the way it goes, oh, okay, it seems you're not well. It seems you're suffering from the same signs of depression your mother suffered
literally in the whole sentence.
from. Yes.
He just told her that.
Penguin will take you home.
Like, and it wasn't as if she was trying to do
Manipulate
anything
more.
or like
Yeah.
she was just asking that just deny this thing. Like she you know, like the way a little child is just asking for confirmation from her dad.
Yes.
Like she was almost this is like an easy win for him. That you are mistaken, you are my daughter, let's work it out. And
here's my issue with that
yeah.
scene. Not an issue in a bad way, but an issue in terms of the father and his behavior.
Yeah.
I think it was the same day, like that morning, you were literally giving this girl the keys to the kingdom.
Yeah, but he's not okay.
But
To,
this is the kingdom, and let's very clear what this kingdom is. This is a kingdom of crime, murder.
Yeah.
Right. So if you're giving, why would her even suspecting that you did this?
It's not a suspecting. It's a talking to the press.
It's talking to the press and then
No. I don't think. I think it's the fact that she started trying to ask her.
No, she's the one that went.
That
so the press lady had met with her the first time at the speech, and she turned her down. But she now went to seek out the press person.
Yeah, no, but what I'm saying is, when she was telling the dad,
the dad would have been fine. He wouldn't have taken this extreme action.
Now, okay, don't do it again. Don't do it again. It's when she started saying, "You didn't do it, did you, Dad?"
Yeah, exactly.
Is that you this girl? You want to be that to me?
Yeah, this one is going to. This one is going to never let this go.
Yeah, that's ruthlessness. Is that if I give this girl the keys to the kingdom, she's going to do me in. This is not more my loyal daughter. This is now a threat. And the way it switches is yes, and look like someone that can talk to the police behind my back, despite our rules, and is already doubting me.
Yeah.
Let me take care of this girl quickly.
And I guess there's also the element that he might be thinking she might have been okay making hookers, but she should have killed her mom.
His mom,
that might be a step too far for her to swallow.
Yeah.
And I need to deal with this now.
Yeah, but
please don't. No, I think we can talk about how he dealt with her. I don't want to talk about the last 10 minutes of 15 minutes.
Not the last 10 minutes. Yeah,
we
can talk about but how he dealt with it. Immediately, he gets Penguin to take her. Okay, my daughter is not feeling fine. She's feeling sick. She's a bit depressed. Penguin, take her home. The next minute, as Penguin is taking her home, the cops stop her, and Penguin was like, "You work for our boss now. What are you saying? Why are you stopping me here?" They arrest her, and they even insult Penguin on top.
Yes.
They arrest her, take her to prison. And that is where he frames her for the death of all the women he has killed. and the reporter as well,
And
because she's also
and all
armed.
the uncles and all the cousins and uncles signed statements
And
that
everybody signs a statement that she has
she-
not been well, she's been depressed, she's been sick, she has mental instability. They bring the letters to her that this is everybody signing this statement. Then they said, okay. She said, okay, let's go to court. They said, no, you cannot go to court. You
no,
need
so
to
you,
first
no,
do
you said you do 6 months evaluation. Yeah.
6
The
months mental
evaluation.
evaluation at Arkham.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine? And to cut long story short, I don't want to spoil too much. In Arkham, they fuck her up.
They fuck her up really badly.
I think we see them using electroshock therapy on her.
Everything.
Yeah.
Yes, everything.
Yeah.
I was watching that scene.
That was a hard watch, though.
It was hard. As I was watching,
I'm feeling it already.
I felt the
I-
helplessness.
It was
I
a
never
hard
This
watch.
woman.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
they didn't just
like-
jump into the electroshock. They took it through the stages where she was still
They
trying
broke
to
her.
Yeah, they broke her. She was still trying to remain sane and
Yeah.
Wow.
So she wanted to get through that 6 months
yes,
to
exactly.
get to trial. And then when she finally did that 6 months,
Our brother came to me.
and they came, when they opened 6 months, the brother came. Okay, I was thinking that it's time for me to go to trial. He said, no, they said there's no trial. That you are mad. They said you are mad. You are staying here for 10 years.
Yes, I can't.
You know, it's not
And then-
funny, but it's fucked.
No, it was. I was imagining myself. Sometimes
Jeez.
with power, they can do this to you.
Yeah.
People with power
Yeah.
can do this to you, and you'll be helpless.
That can happen in
Yo.
Naija.
Yeah.
Easily.
And the idiot brother was like, tell me what to do. How can I? And so you realize that even the one ally you have is completely useless. In that moment, like, it doesn't have anything. So you're completely on your own, and then she just walks back in.
So
and
I have to say
wow.
something though here.
Yeah.
The reveal of how Penguin betrayed her is not as big a deal as I thought it was. This is not really a betrayal.
No,
Penguin
he was working for the. He wasn't. He was working
Penguin
for
worked for the
dad.
dad,
Yeah.
a driver,
Yes.
and you met a report, and he went to you're not
It's
even
not-
word with her.
from
Have a
her-
word with her, and it's more like more
From
along
her
the lines.
perspective, it's
Yes.
a betrayal. But from
No,
Penguin's
no,
job, it's
yeah,
not.
She told Penguin I expected you to come to me and tell me this, but this is the
But
same
he
girl
did.
that when Penguin asked her, she
Yeah.
told you to fuck off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, Penguin actually said to her, you should.
You shouldn't
Yeah,
be
you
doing
should,
this. Yeah.
And he told her, shut up. Next time I want to advise you, my driver, you shut your mouth. What do you know?
Yeah, but although Penguin is her driver, Penguin everybody is not accountable. Like everybody is, everybody has to report to the head.
Oh no,
Everybody's-
Penguin,
of course.
Penguin
everybody's-
says, I'm being paid by your dad. No,
That,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so exactly.
Penguin doesn't work for her. Penguin doesn't work for her.
Yeah. But it works for it doesn't it works for her as a driver. Yeah,
No.
basically.
Doesn't work
He-
for
he-
her.
he
She
doesn't work for
doesn't
her.
pay him.
He works
Everybody
for the dad.
reports to the head.
Everybody
Yeah,
reports okay.
Yeah. And he said that. So listen, this guy who pays my salary now. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah. No, so it makes everything that happened in the previous episode and why she still says, okay, maybe I can work with this guy. Makes it. I get a feeling of betrayal from Penguin's
Okay,
end that
okay.
you're
No, I
supposed to be
get
my
it.
guy now. Yeah.
But I
But
thought
I
it
also
was-
get
I-
from Penguin
I
end.
thought
Yeah.
it would be worse than it was.
No.
I thought it was. Yeah, I actually expected something.
When they
bad.
said it in the
It's
first
the
episode,
results. It's the
Yeah.
results that make it worse. So it's the
Yeah.
what
Yeah,
happened.
I agree.
Yes, that
I
makes
which,
it
agree.
worse.
which Penguin did not expect.
Nobody.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
And
No,
then-
he was
then-
shocked.
Nobody
Even
expected that.
when they stopped him to take her from him, he was shocked, right?
Yeah,
So,
it
He was shocked that what is this? What's
Because
going on?
the speed of way those guys arranged this thing was crazy.
No.
But
No.
and then there's another 10-15 minutes that was also excellent, very very excellent. But
Yeah.
I think it's a big spoiler that people deserve to watch.
An
Yeah.
experience for themselves.
Experience for
Yeah.
themselves. Yeah. But the
But like-
acting by this lady,
Christian Milioti, no.
God, I loved it. I just
No.
loved it. And
I've loved
obviously-
that from How
No.
I Met Your Mother. Like so for context, How I Met Your Mother is a TV show, 10 seasons. We've been waiting for the mother. They introduced this woman in the at the last season. And the way she was acting, immediately everybody fell in love with her. So you can imagine building up hype for 9 years and then introduce somebody that exceeds that hype. That in a few episodes, people love her. That's how good
Can
her
I ask you a
acting is.
question?
Yeah.
I've only seen her in this.
Yeah.
I never watched this show. I know of the show you're talking about, but I've never ever
Yeah.
seen it. I don't think I've ever seen one episode.
What show
Yeah.
is this?
How I Met Your Mother.
How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah.
Is it for somebody this good? She must have been in other things, surely.
That
She
was
has-
the first big role. She was in this popular movie, Wolf of Wall Street.
See, I don't remember that. I don't remember her. in
Yeah.
that.
It wasn't a major role, but she was in Wolf of Wall Street.
I think it was his wife.
Was she?
Mm,
She
I
was.
don't,
she
I don't
wife?
remember her.
So
But-
I
Remember
I
that he
remember
used
her
to be
from-
married. He used to be married, and then he was cheating on his wife with that lady.
Oh yes.
Margot Robbie.
Yeah. Okay, she was the first wife. Yes,
She was the first wife. Yeah,
Okay.
she was the first wife.
I
Yes.
do remember her
Then-
from an episode of Black
Black
Mirror.
Widow.
The-
Black
the-
Mirror, yeah.
The Star Trek one. I think she's the one. She's in Star Trek one.
Yes, and then the Star Trek
Yeah.
one. Yes.
That one I remember her from. Yes, she's very good.
Oh. She was in The Sopranos.
Was she?
Yes.
How old was she? Was she a baby then?
She was the
She was-
daughter
she was
of
young, yeah.
Sacrimony, this guy, the New York boss.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so she was one of the daughters there. But she was in Wolf of Wall Street. She was in Palm Springs, what's it called? The Groundhog Day romance movie. I'm not sure you've watched that.
No, I've not seen
What do you
that.
call it?
Palm strings.
Palm Springs.
I've not watched that. Never even
Yeah,
heard of it.
Yeah. It's a Groundhog Day movie. Really good movie. No, okay, not really good, but I like the movie. It's a good movie.
Okay.
With J.K. Simmons and Andy Samberg. Yeah. But she's been in a couple of things, and I think she has always been good. Like, there's nothing she has watched that I felt her acting was not on point.
Fine.
So
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
So-
I'm very impressed with her
Yeah.
so far. Very. And this episode,
Yo.
she's 90% of this episode. I would say she's 90% of this episode, and yeah, she held it very easily. I was cheering. I was wowing. I love this episode. I won't lie. I don't
It's a
think
good episode.
Yeah. It's one of my best episodes of TV in a long time. Yeah.
Red, what
I
are
think-
your feelings on this episode? Sorry, today.
So I
Yeah.
binged it. So I had the benefit of watching end to end. I don't want to say this for Sunday to hear, but this comes very, very close to Watchmen HBO TV series in terms of build up
Mhm.
character and just the dialogue, the casual threats. I'm like, get on the plane. If you don't, then I'll tell everybody you got on the plane. Nobody's shouting. Nothing
Bars.
anything. They just say it.
You have to have bars.
Yeah.
Like, how do you have your new suit? How'd you get into the house? Then there's a way. There's
The insults
you can
here
actually see.
I'm not. You don't have to shout to insult you.
No, yeah. Then you can actually see. They actually capture how low level Penguin was
Yes.
Yeah.
without
Yeah.
necessarily initially first calling him a driver. You're like, he starts like, this guy doesn't really have that much weight.
Yeah.
He's like, he's
And-
running borders.
Yeah.
Right.
And no, I wanted to say that one thing they do very well here is I always find that when people are trying to mark the rise of a character like Penguin, they
Yeah.
always end up making him
Sympathetic.
not sympathetic, not that super capable, some nice traits.
No, this guy is he's a
But this
weasel.
guy,
He's not a
they
good guy.
managed to keep the scumbag nature of him, which is true to what we know Penguin to become.
Yeah.
They're not losing it. I know shows will lose this already. They would even Gotham, the other show, they lost that.
Yeah.
You know, they tried to make him likable. They tried to. This guy,
No, he's not
the
likable.
guy is scum. There's no redeeming.
No redeeming factor
no
about him.
redeeming feature.
This
Then they
is how
explore
you
some-
make a villain
Yeah.
show.
Yes.
Then they explore some themes, his mom's dementia. So because I watched it back to back, I could like just narrate. In terms of character build up, dialogue, and just the whole, or even Vic Aguila, he's like innocent young boy. You could actually tell, like, if I run, should I go? This is bad, but I'm still enjoying the power. I'm hearing things I'm not supposed to hear. So it's not just overnight he becomes a bad guy.
Yeah.
He's going along initially because
He's being threatened.
no, but he told him he'll kill everybody he loves. But everybody had already died. We didn't know that initially.
Yeah.
It was just
Yeah.
a girl. But so he also when the cop took all the money from him, And Penguin asked him, he took the whole $1,000. He said yes, but he had given that girl money. So he's also enjoying it. Like he's also beginning to enjoy what's coming because now he knows he's going to get fresh money from Peg, probably reclaim the $1,000. Like this casual descent into villainhood for him also, but not the. So yeah, I just got it now. A whole sudden come to Jesus moment that movies have, this doesn't have it, and that's what I'm enjoying. You can actually watch everybody fall into even Sophia's descent into who she became or whatever. You can see how, what causes it, how she became the hangman. I think very very close to Watchmen HBO. I so far for me.
High praise indeed.
If this show sticks its landing with this quality, I think it's going to be there. It's going to be on that list where HBO Watchmen occupies. Yeah.
To me, even simple things as her walking into the dining room and seeing the reaction of everybody sitting around the table, no word said, for the reaction to her, it just to me, I thought, this is a show now. It's not like by shouting, what are you doing? No. It's looks, it's all in the expression. I loved it.
That's why you remember this when we're talking about Agatha. All these things they're saying right now. You remember all of this.
This is the problem. Out there. You do not know how to enjoy the moment. You do not know how to love it.
That's why I quickly attacked. That's why I quickly attacked him in public earlier today. He didn't know I was going to come and praise it.
Okay, so let us give this. Let's score this so that we can move on to Agatha.
Yes,
10/10. It's not 5/5.
Not 10/10.
Okay. For me, it's my 5/5.
For me, this would be the highest rating I think I've done on this podcast. I believe.
Yeah.
I'm giving this a 4.8.
Well deserved.
I'm still going to stick with a 4, and all because of Sophia. Let's see.
It's 4.
A 4.
You know what?
If you give anything higher than 4 on this podcast,
I'm actually vexing. A 4K.
No,
for this episode.
If you give anything in this on this anything higher than a 4 again.
Let it take a 4. Let it take it 4.
Okay. Fair enough. No wala. Yeah.
I don't really have
a
so I can give it.
You said 4.8. So you said 5, right?
5.
I'm begging HBO, and this is HBO. This is proper HBO. This is not HBO Max.
This is not Max. It's HBO.
This is they call it HBO. Yeah,
it's HBO.
That Max.
This is not Max. Max is the cheapy, the low quality, type food. This is.
I think HBO has mastered it. If it's good, it's HBO. If it's not good, it's Max.
Straight.
Just use that division.
No, I mean, but we can't say enough about Colin Farrell though.
We can't. But for this episode, it's Christian. Like, say
no,
this
show.
This show is going to sweep the Emmys next year. Like, I'm 100%. I'm almost sure of that.
I pray they stick the landing. I really do.
Let's see where it goes. That's why I'm holding. I'm still holding out.
Yeah. Okay.
So
awesome. That's Penguin.
Yeah, Penguin.
Yeah. Now let's talk about the other villain TV show spin-off that also has 18 being mentored by a senior villain. Yeah.
Which is true, actually. There's some parallels.
Yeah.
There's some parallels.
Okay. This guy trying to stretch.
He's getting ready.
Let's talk about Agatha episode 4 or 5?
5. Yes.
Agatha episode 5.
Yeah.
This episode is the Agatha episode in terms of the test is for Agatha. The trial is for
which surprised me in a way. I was
just at trial we watched later.
Yeah.
But it's not.
Yeah.
So first of all, we are introduced to a ticking clock. The Salem witches, the 7 witches, they found their way into the witches' road because they left the door open when they summoned Aubrey Plaza.
Yeah.
Okay. Whatever floats your boat. If that's how easy it is to get.
Because they came in through that ground through.
So basically, they opened the door, and they follow through the cracks. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, it's okay. It's fine. It's witch.
To be
Anyway,
honest, the whole Psalm 7. I'll be honest. To me, they're not
it's just
generic bad guys in the background chasing us, kind of.
it's just a time clock to get the characters moving. Oh, we need to make the characters rush somewhere. Introduce the silent witches. So that's all they are. So the witches, they make their broomsticks. Actually, the silent witches are just for the witches to make broomsticks and fly on broomsticks and crackle like witch.
We got what was that? What did we get? ET this time around?
Yeah, no, the epic moonshots with you shadow across the moon as you're flying through the air. That shot was so.
You know what? The weird thing about this, not weird. This show keeps trying to hit everything. Theme.
Per episode,
everything. Like, what do we know about witches? Okay, they like to fly on brooms. Popular?
They make a lot of jokes about it.
What I'm saying is, in the show itself, they make this comment about why don't we use this often, and they say no because the public have been dissing us with these broomsticks. We don't want to fall into stereotype. It's almost like a black person doesn't want to eat watermelon in front of a white person. Kind of scenario. It's so funny when they say but they're forced to use the broomsticks.
So basically, they enter the new test. It's Agatha. They are dressed as the 80s, I think.
It was 80. 80. Well, Ouija board wasn't 80 things anyway.
Was it? Yeah. 80 Stranger Things kind of thing. So the test is a ghost test. You speak to the ghost of the dearly departed, and they are playing the Ouija board. And after some few jokes, which I don't find particularly funny, they summon the mother of Agatha.
Yes.
Okay. As the ghost who possesses Agatha. We have this moment where they are talking, which they try for some really emotional scene here, where Agatha is like, "You still hate me even though you are dead." Blah blah blah.
They tried. Your face like they tried. If I slap you around the face,
I'm trying very, very hard to maintain interest in this show. Like, this show is a struggle for me.
Can you stop? Can you stop narrating? Can you actually stop narrating now? I don't want to hear from you. I'll take over from you. You're narrating this with hate. Yes, man. With all the disinterest you can muster.
It's not hate. I'm actually not just interested.
So please just pack.
Okay,
so continue your review. Dako, let him finish now.
No. I don't like the tone is adopted.
Okay, let Dako do the review.
The tone is annoying me. So basically, they get the Ouija board, and the test is we need to speak to some ghosts.
Okay.
And Agatha tries to do a fake out. And because she's trying to avoid any real connection, and she knows that whoever the ghost would be, I guess, would be. So she tries to fake out that she's Mrs. Hart, the one that died. But immediately I knew it was wrong because when they spelled, she forced the Ouija board to spell Mrs. Hart.
Got you. Okay.
But they've already said earlier on that's not her name, so she would not spell that name.
Okay.
So she starts trying to act like Mrs. Hart, but then I can't remember who called her on it. One of the witches said, "No, you're faking." And then she goes, "Now, part of the rules is if you leave your hand, and there's a bit that I already caught in the second round. If you remove your hand from the Ouija board by mistake, you release the spirits." They removed her hand, and then she started pretending. And I thought, hang a minute, a spirit should have been released, but you've just kind of glossed over that fact. So they go back to doing it again. And this time, they really start being controlled by somebody else, and she removes her hand, and that's when she gets possessed by her mom. And so there's a discussion between the mom about, and she's going, "Why do you really hate me?" And there's this argument, and the mom saying, "You were born evil," and all that kind of stuff. Oh, by the way, they said
I should have killed you when you were born.
I should have killed you. Now I found Agatha seems a bit trying to get connection with her mom. The mom seems very hard nosed.
That stopped her though when the mom said I could have killed. That was the first time she showed a serious reaction.
To that. Yeah. And so I thought earlier on the Salem 7, they actually showed the Salem 7 are actually the children of all those witches that we saw die at the hand of Agatha at the beginning. When she sought their power.
Yes.
These are all these are the children, and they've all gone feral apparently, and they're trying to, and that's why they're coming after Agatha because it, for killing their parents. So it's something they said earlier about when they were explaining. Now, after doing this, what we then realized that there was a spirit released early on. It just didn't come, and the spirit that was released early on is Nicholas Scratch, the son. Now, my issue with this, and I know I'm not a ghost expert. if she sacrificed this guy as a baby, can a ghost baby speak? Did you see what? I mean, it sounds a weird thing to get.
It's a
on.
magic baby. Move on.
They grow up. Prodigy baby.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, and she's now possessed again by Nicholas Scratch.
Okay.
And Alice Wu. What's her name? Is it Alice Wu?
Yeah.
The one with the famous mother.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tries to save Agatha and tries to blast out the ghost from her body.
Yeah.
Inadvertently triggering Agatha's absorption.
Oh, okay. So basically, Agatha's absorption is involuntary.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Like
it is. Okay. I know they don't want to agree, but they depict it as being involuntary.
Yeah, but I'm not 100% sold.
Listen, you're not narrating. I'm telling you what the show is predicted. What you want to think and make happen later. Because I know some people might say, "Are you sure she couldn't have stopped?"
Exactly.
Anyway, she ends up sucking out the whole life of Alice Wu. So that
was dead now.
Yes, that was dead.
Okay. So that is the second one to die.
She's dead.
Right?
Yeah, and so they're getting dead.
She's dead. Agatha has some power, and here's the funny thing. I don't say Wiccan. Teen goes off on her. Now, she is it all about power? Is that what you? And then literally the other witch said, "Oga, yes, that's what we were here for. Let's not deceive ourselves."
The other witches.
Yes.
Okay.
They kind of like, which was a bit of a surprise to me in a way that like it's almost like, Oga,
they're trying to get their power back. That's why they're here.
That's why we're here, and I think they might be getting close to the goal line, and now they're more eager to get it. So,
got you.
Now, Pet or Teen is now getting angry about this whole scenario. About he's really upset by the death of Wu, and also upset by the casual dismissal of the death by Agatha and the rest. They're almost even making jokes, almost, because Agatha the door opens to the next road, and she just literally walks off into it, and they all just follow her, like literally.
She was actually the first to walk out.
Yeah, and the only person who really showed any distress was the kid. So he comes, so he gets angry, and then he starts manifesting his power. He ends up controlling the people around. He controls all of the witches.
Okay.
To grab Agatha and throw Agatha into these tar pits that swallow you up that we saw.
The marsh.
The marsh. Yeah. So it throws Agatha in it, and then he also throws the other witches into the mud. And then at the end,
controls them to grab Agatha, toss her in there, and then for them to jump in as well.
Yes.
They didn't grab them. They just started thinking.
You can see a little glow around the eyes that they've been controlled, kind of. Okay. And then we then see the glow of the insignia of the Scarlet Witch appear around
his head.
Teen's head. And that's where they end. That's where they end the episode. So
is what's his name?
So you have to say at the moment. Well, sorry. By the way, I got kind of as an epithet. He goes when he's berating her for leaving Wu, and is it all about power? And I'm not here for power. And all the other witches said, I said the other witches said, actually, let's be careful. We all are.
Yeah.
And Agatha goes to him. Oh, are you sure you're not here for power? You are not that. You are very like your mother.
Okay.
And then he reacts to that.
So Agatha knows his mom. Agatha knows his mom.
Well, see, in my view, obviously the conclusion is the mom's Wanda, You are also power hungry, like one that's power hungry.
We see the crown manifest on his head.
And then
The one that crown manifest on his head.
Witch is thing that appears on his head when he disposes of them.
Yeah.
Says online he's Billy.
Yeah, well, yeah, that is Billy. But now I'm so curious to see how they explain this.
Why? It's magic.
And who played the sigil on him then?
Yeah, but who's magic?
It's chaos magic or whatever nonsense now.
But in Wonder Vision, did they have the twins had magic, right?
One of them had.
One of them had.
Yeah.
So it's the one that had.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
But it dissolved.
Yeah, it dissolved. Even in Wonder Vision, I mean, in Multiverse of Madness, it wasn't real. So I'm like,
wasn't he?
If this show had been good from beginning, at this point in time, I would have been interested a bit more in the mystery of what's going on with Tin. But at this point, I just don't care. Like, all this. No, see, that point.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, all this thing that is happening here, like, I was watching and I'm like, this should be interesting. Like, he threw the witches into the tar pit, he threw Agatha into the tar pit. This woman died and she's actually dead. As I was watching, I'm like, oh, this would be interesting. I should be finding some interest in this. I should be enjoying this particular
They actually
show.
just wasted that witch because we were saying she served no purpose. There was nothing. Then she's gone.
Which one?
In this episode,
the Alice Fu?
In this episode,
yeah,
it was an episode that I found her likable, and then they killed her.
And they killed her.
Yeah, she's had a hack.
Yeah. Yes. So to this spot on. It's almost like you've done your own trial. We've heard your story. We'll give you a few nice moments, and we're going to kill you off. Which kind of then annoyed me a bit. And the one that we like the most.
Yeah.
Did not even do much this episode.
By the way, final.
Yeah. By the way, I spotted Jennifer Kells. She has some very nice.
Of course you did.
Who's Jennifer Kells?
Not Manchester. Arsenal. She's got a very good Arsenal.
Who's Jennifer Kells? The black one.
Yes.
Okay.
We'll leave that topic. Kex, just smile and just leave it.
Okay, I should just exactly this skinhead takes me out.
Yeah.
Okay.
But to give it to that, but this was actually a good episode of the show. At least the last bit of it. It was good. It's surprising. It didn't go the expected route. There are actual consequences. This woman actually died. I'm not sure how they are going to bring her back.
Do they have to?
But
right.
I don't know.
Can I say something? This is not my today's role. For some reason today in this episode, that death, I just had this niggling feeling it's not going to be permanent.
But they left her in the house.
I know, I agree, but I just felt you've killed off Miss Hart.
Yeah,
you killed this one. I think are you guys setting up for some kind of reversal of these deaths at some point?
I believe that by the end. I believe that by the end, whoever Agatha or whoever gets the power, who's probably going to be Agatha anyway, is going to bring back.
Or maybe we can bring them back.
If you're going to bring back,
So I'm not yet.
So
because these are actually likable characters, and Agatha, the show so far hasn't shown itself to be that serious kind of anybody can die show.
Yeah, anybody exactly. So this anybody can stay dead show.
Anybody can stay dead show.
But also, this episode is the one with the least, not the least,
jokes.
Well, the most minimal of when you talk about this quirkiness. This had the least of it. It still had a lot.
Yeah.
Compared to the rest, it had the least.
It's there. So it's one of two things. Either that the tone changes significantly from here, and we enter a very dark show going forward, which will be interesting to watch. Or
I'm here for that.
And I'm here, and I'm 100% here for that. But by some hijinks, they reverse all of this towards the end, and everything is fine. So let's see how they go. I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. To be honest, I'm surprised by the way the episode ended. I didn't expect Alice to die, or I didn't expect anybody to die this early.
Yeah.
Because this is like 9 episode show. So we still have a lot to go.
Yeah. So we've got 5 left to go.
We have 4 more, not 5.
Oh yeah, we're already on 5. Sorry, yeah, we got 4 more
Yeah.
to go. Yeah,
So
yeah,
we
sorry.
have 4 more episodes to go. So I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, I'm waiting to see what you're going to do within the remaining 4 episodes. But yeah.
Yeah, and yeah. No. And I guess so. That means we still got 2 trials to go. If they follow that format.
If they follow
But
that
no,
format, we still
but
have
now,
Aubrey
but,
and the Diviner.
no, but Tin is going to have his own trial now.
Why would he
Ah.
have his own trial?
He's
That's
not
true.
part of
No,
the
no, no,
witch.
no, no. He probably
No.
will. He is one of the. He
He's
is one of the.
probably going to have a trial now because
But
he's
it's
part
not-
of them.
No, it's not what the cover.
It's not.
It's
It's
no,
not
No,
part
no,
of the
no,
coven.
no.
no,
They
no,
make it
no,
clear.
no.
It's a familiar.
Oh, okay. They say he's a familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah, they call him a familiar,
Okay.
Who called him a familiar?
but he
Which-
might still.
But they
I
don't
know
know
he
yet.
might.
honestly,
Huh?
I believe.
He
I
might
believe
still
that
have
he's
a.
I think he
believe
might
he's
have
going to
something.
trial. I
Yeah,
believe he's
he
But
might probably have a
it,
trial.
but the coven, the trial is for the coven, and
Okay, so we
Yeah.
have who left to have their trial?
2 of them,
Who are who?
the
Greenwich.
Davina
Yeah.
and the Greenwich.
Yeah, and then we have two more episodes.
Yeah.
No,
After
we
that,
have.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I
he
don't
probably would have his trial. He
think
probably
he'll
would
have
have.
something.
Yeah.
Unless they
But
want
we'll
to do a
see.
filler episode and just do flashback.
No, I don't think he'll be trial. I think he'll have his own episode. I don't think it'll necessarily be a trial. It might be
It might be an episode just
a background about
flashback.
how did he how has he come back? How was he?
Yeah.
It might be it might be a flashback to WandaVision.
Yeah.
or
I'm
something.
very curious to see how they will explain it.
Yes.
I'm not sure I would get a good explanation. That's going to be my big like
Is
right now.
Wanda coming
I
back?
can't
Any
think
guesses?
of a good explanation for how he's going to get his powers. How he's going to exist.
As any guesses, is Wanda coming back?
That might be why he's on the witch's road to get the power to bring her back.
That's a good shout.
Yeah.
But then but it's still just explaining where he came from. Who is he?
Exactly. So I don't know how he's going to exist in this show.
Yeah. Okay.
But we'll see.
Okay, so yeah, do you guys want to rate it? Red has to head out. Do you guys want to rate this?
Yeah. Red, you want to go first?
Still a 2 for me.
2.7.
Oh, good.
I'm not
Let
enjoying
me
it.
give it 3.
I enjoyed this one.
Yeah.
Especially compared to the one that came before it, which I think was the one I hated the most. I'm giving this one a 3.3.
It's not up to 3.3, but okay.
I'm even holding back. I want to give it 3.5, but I'm still 3.3. So you better behave yourself before I up the score.
I'll reduce my score.
You
It's
want
not
to
bad.
ask the question?
No, I said that. Well, give it what you want to give it.
No, yeah, 3.3. No, I'll set with 3.3.
Okay.
Yeah. That's Agatha all along. And now, if we compare that to the excellent Penguin show, there are no comparisons.
We're not doing that. Please.
I'm just saying it like despite all this. Yeah.
You see, you want to instill Babele so that people start now reducing Penguin points. Penguin deserves.
Who can reduce Penguin points? Like there's no bad that can make you reduce
I
Penguin
don't
points.
fall to that trap. Penguin deserves all the accolades.
Exactly.
So,
you cannot take the accolades from Penguin at all. But yeah. Okay, so that's it for TV shows. Yeah.
All right.
Do we still want to talk about the comics today, or move that to next?
I think we should move it. I think we're about an 9.5 mark.
Yeah. Okay. So this is a good stopping point for the show.
Yep.
So next week, what do we have next week? We have the same TV shows.
Yep.
Venom 2 is that?
No,
in 2 weeks.
We got 2 more weeks for that.
But
Okay.
I hope to be able to watch Super/Man this week. I think it's in cinemas already.
Okay, so you come back with a
review for that. Yeah.
Okay. That gives me some time to catch up on the absolute comic books, so we can talk about that.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Today, do you want to?
Yeah.
Sign
Goodbye,
us off?
guys. See you next week.
All right, guys. Remember to rate, like, subscribe. Naija's Geeking on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and we'll see you next week. That more.
Once again, thanks for listening, and we'll see you later.